In this video, we are going to show how a level 2 user can manage the message timeline. First, we will review the schedule of messages to be played, and then go through navigating the receptionist ticket timeline. Finally, we will review the different timeline views and how to edit the slides from the timeline. We are going to be looking at the panel timeline, where the receptionist can manage all the messages and see the timeline view of what is going to be playing. But first, let's review the message playlist. We have 15 slides in the playlist. All are welcome messages of different types. Most of them are published. But some of them, this one, and down below, 2 of them are unpublished. Most of the items have schedules and play as per the schedule on multiple days during the week. This message here is only set to play tomorrow during a specific window of time. Most of the other messages are repeating, but one of them is expired. It is an old message. Now, let's go to the panel timeline. When we click on the panel timeline button, it opens up a new window. The default view of the panel timeline is to show the messages that are going to play today. The opening window view starts at the current time. There is a red line right here which represents the current time, and the messages displayed are from the current time, moving forward through the day. Recall, there were 15 messages in the playlist, and we can see there are 12 showing here. The 2 unpublished messages, as well as the message scheduled for tomorrow, are not displayed. Let's click on Show Today All. Now, the 2 unpublished messages are displayed as well, and they are clearly marked as unpublished. If we now click on Show Everything, all 15 messages will be displayed in the panel timeline. The messages which repeat day after day also show for the next week of play. We can also click and hold and drag the timeline forward, or in this case backward, to today's view. By scrolling our mouse on the timeline, our view of the timeline can zoom in or zoom out. Now, let's look at slide number 13. Nothing is showing for today, because this slide is scheduled to play tomorrow. As we move and scale the timeline, we can see that slide 13 shows up on the timeline, and will play tomorrow, precisely as scheduled. Let's go back to the Show Today view. This view removes unpublished, future, or expired messages. Now, we are going to pull the timeline view back, to see which messages have already played today. Scrolling allows us to zoom in for a more granular view of the message play. The final element to point out is that when we click on any of the messages, it opens the edit window for the message, and we can not only see exactly what the message is, but we can instantly make adjustments to the message, and then save those changes. Then we close. The changes will be immediately reflected on the timeline, and in the actual play of the message.